Hi, I'm Dr. Panku, and I'll be your instructor in this course. We'll meet each other in September, but in the meantime, I'd like to go over a few of the important things that you're going to be doing before we meet in September. There will be quite a bit of work before we even get together. I'm right now on the home page of your Blackboard site. This is a hybrid course, so we'll be meeting in the Cranberry Lab for 4 5-hour labs this semester. Let's take a look first at the Course Information tab. Here you find the course syllabus and the course policies. I've already opened these. So the syllabus looks like this. The textbook is on there. The technical skills that you have to have, your learning objectives. You get the point. This is a typical college syllabus. I would recommend opening this and then printing it. You can see as far as the textbooks go, you are required to purchase, well, you don't have to purchase a textbook, but you do have to have access to the Connect site. The Connect site has a free 2-week trial that I would really recommend. There's an ebook there. You may find that all you need is an ebook rather than having a hard copy of the textbook. There is no lab manual in this course. There will be some lab exercises, as you'll see, but they are all available for you to print directly from Blackboard rather than purchasing a printed copy from the bookstore. And there's another very important document here, and that's all the due dates all in one place. This is probably the most important document you're going to find here on your Blackboard site. And here you can see all of the things that you have due, where you can find them in the Blackboard, and anything here that is a lecture assignment will be in red. Anything that is a lab assignment is going to be in black. So your first assignment is due on August the 29th. That's an at-home lab. It's a scientific method, and you'll be accessing that through LearnSmart Labs. So it's a good idea to print this one. Put it very close to where you can see it. Get 2 copies if you have to. Transfer it to your personal assistant. Whatever it is, just make sure you adhere to these due dates. The thing about this course is you can get things done early. You can proceed at a faster pace, but you can't fall behind. There are due dates, and the due dates are set in stone. Now, if we have technical difficulties with Blackboard or something else with the college, I'll adjust the due dates accordingly. Best thing to do if you're having problems, of course, is to get with the Educational Technology Department, find out what's going on. I'll show you how to do that in a moment. And always keep me in the loop. Back to Blackboard here. We have the study guides for the midterm and the final. So there's a midterm study guide. I would suggest printing this. It's never too early to start studying for the midterm. The midterm is 10% of your course grade, and the final is 10% of your course grade. There's a review for the midterm. There will be practice quizzes that you'll be able to access. None of them are available right now. They will be available. They'll become available as you complete the units. There's some information on how to use the Smart Book. I'll take you to that point in a moment. The Academic Honesty Policy, which you should read and understand. And finally, some frequently asked questions about the LearnSmart, which is a flashcard program you'll be using on Connect. So let's take a look at the learning modules that you're going to be proceeding through this semester. There are working dates for every one of these. Again, you can finish them early. Module 1 is chapters 1, 2, and 3. Your working dates are August the 24th until September the 21st. Excuse me. Your reading and quizzes are going to be due September the 20th. LearnSmart, September the 20th, and the exam has to be completed by September 21st. All of the due dates in this course are set at 11:59 p.m. So that's the end of the day for the date that is listed. Let's take a look at what's in Module 1. First, there's some information on planning wisely. I would recommend taking a look at your personal calendar and figuring out where all of this is going to fit into your life. There are 27 days to complete the module. You'll have 11 section quizzes and 3 LearnSmart assignments. And then at the end of that, you'll have 1 unit exam. You may have heard about Respondus Monitor. Respondus Monitor is not necessary in this course. This is a lockdown browser. You'll be taking your quizzes on the Connect website, and you can't access that through lockdown browser. Your learning outcomes are listed here, and there are some videos to watch. My recommendation is always to watch a video before you start reading the chapter. So Chapter 1 covers the essential characteristics of life, the classification of life, cycles of matter, and energy transfer. And you can see these are all very short videos, 10 minutes, 6 minutes, and this really is going to help to prime your brain for learning. These videos were done by Paul Anderson, who's a high school teacher in Bozeman, Montana, and students often remark that he's a very good teacher and very easy to understand in these videos. In addition to the videos, you can see the chapter assignments, and here we have 3 section quizzes. Each quiz can be taken twice. There's a 15-minute time limit. The second time you take the quiz, you'll only be asked the questions that you missed the first time. The quizzes come from a pool, so every student is going to get a different quiz. You'll also see here the LearnSmart. LearnSmart is going to be assigned for every chapter. LearnSmart is 10% of your grade. Quizzes are 15%. This is a really easy way to get your score up here because there's no reason you can't score 100% by putting in the amount of time on a LearnSmart assignment. When you click on this first LearnSmart assignment, like I'm going to do now, it's going to take you directly to Connect. You can, if you already have an access code, sign up for, put that access code in and sign up, or if you'd like to try that free 2-week trial, there will be courtesy access available for you. I recommend doing that to see if you really want a textbook or not. Make that decision in the first 10 days or so, and then you can carry on. At the end of the 2-week trial, you can either put in an access code that you purchase from the bookstore, or you can purchase via a credit card. So let's go there right now. And it will take you to Launch. I'm going to open this up. And when it opens it, it will actually take you to your ebook. I'll have to preview this as a student because it takes me in as an instructor. Your SmartBook will load. I've recently been having some trouble with loading of the SmartBook, and I found out it's not loading in Internet Explorer for me. I had to go to Google Chrome. So if you're having problems with it, there's a troubleshooting button at the bottom of the page. Try that first. It could be your Flash version. It might be something else, and it will detect if there's a problem. And if all else fails, try going to Google Chrome. Right, so here we are in Chapter 1. Now, the SmartBook is nice because it is going to highlight what the author thinks is important for you to know. Now, you have to remember that the author is involved with the writing of the test questions, so the author is going to be right here. As you start on this, what I would do is click on this left corner, and if you see these 3 bars here, that's going to open up the menu. In the menu, you'll see the assignments that you're going to have to do. The preview is for looking at everything that's in the chapter. So this just outlines the chapter for you. If you want to outline it yourself to get an idea of what's in the chapter, you can do that. Going back here, you can read. Practice is LearnSmart. Recharge is doing LearnSmart once you've already finished it. My Reports is going to tell you if you're falling behind. It's also going to tell you if you've completed everything to 100%. So, and there's also a nice tutorial here on how to use the SmartBook. So we're going to, let's say, read for a little while. Down here, and I don't think you can see it because my face is over it, but you can change the size of the text. And you can see I've read 17 of the 20 pages already. Here again, what's highlighted is because it contains topics that are especially important for you. The rest of it isn't quite as important. So it's in black. When it's in red, or I'm sorry, when it's in yellow, that's really important. Here this is dimmed, but you can click on it and it'll bring it back into a black for you to see. So you can continue reading the chapter and you think, all right, now I'm ready to do some LearnSmart. So down here in the corner, or you can go back up to the menu. You can then practice. Practice is going to open LearnSmart for you. But let me tell you, you are lucky to have something like this. These are flashcards, and you may have been the flashcard type. I was. My children were flashcard types, where they would make a lot of flashcards and study their flashcards over and over. But after a while, you get to know what those flashcards are. The nice thing about LearnSmart is it can figure out when you're having trouble and can change up those questions to help you fine-tune your learning. Okay. So our first question asks the characteristics that are shared by all living organisms. Check all that apply. Notice down here on the bottom that there are some prompts. I know it, I think so, I'm unsure, or I have no freaking clue. If you keep clicking, I have no freaking clue, they're going to keep asking you more questions, so don't do that. If you're ready to answer the question almost, well, maybe I want to read about this, you can read about it, and it'll bring you right back to the area in the Smart Book that will tell you this information. So I think I'm going to check those that I think I know. Ability to respond to stimuli, that's one of them. Move, no. Reproduce and develop, got to do that to be alive. Communicate, no. Ability to maintain an internal environment, yeah, that's called homeostasis. Living organisms have levels of organization. They do have the ability to acquire materials and energy, and they are also able to adapt. So I'm pretty confident that I know that. I click on I know it, and my answer was correct. Click on OK, and I get the next question. You can see I have 39 items left, so 39 flashcards to go, as long as I keep getting things right. Cells, tissues, populations, and ecosystems are all examples of the levels of, I'm not sure I know that one. I'll put biological. Oh, it wasn't right. It was organization. Okay, now if I think my answer was right, I can challenge it, and then it will send some information to the publisher. Okay, now I'm going to get another question like that somewhere down the road. So you get the idea. You're going to have to keep doing these until you get 100% complete. Once you're at 100% complete, it will tell you so, and your grade is going to be put as 100% complete in your Blackboard grade book. Okay, so I want to leave the assignment now. This will take me back to my home page in Connect. Okay, so this is the home page in Connect. All of your assignments are going to be here. Right now I'm going to go back to Blackboard. And it's wonderfully integrated. When you're all done with Module 1 and you're ready to take the exam, it'll be right down here at the bottom, and it's due September the 21st. So we will have met already once by then. So that's a good time to ask some questions. There's some other things in here, PowerPoint presentations. They're not narrated, but you may find them interesting. Sometimes students like to print those and take notes on them. Okay. There's also some chapter folders up here in this tab. The chapter folders just have additional learning information. I really don't think it's necessary unless you have a lot of free time on your hands and you want to go and dig into a little bit more learning options. But your videos and your quizzes, your LearnSmart, will be sufficient for you to learn the material in the lecture module of this course. Let's now go to lab. Part of the lab is going to be in Cranberry, but the other part of the lab you're going to be doing at home. Here we have a lab syllabus. Here is an introduction to LearnSmart Labs, which is what you'll be doing. We'll take you there in a moment. The links to all of your lab quizzes can be found in this folder. Your first lab quiz is due August the 31st, and it is a scientific method quiz. It's a 15-point quiz, 15-minute time limit. You can only take it once. It will take you straight to the Connect website. So all of your quizzes for the entire semester are going to be found here in this folder. Back to labs. Your first lab, which is due August 29th, that's pretty quick. We start the 24th, so you want to get started on this. The link is going to take you right to the LearnSmart lab. So this is going to launch us right back into LearnSmart, launch us right back into Connect. I have to preview it as a student. It will come right up for you. Okay, so this lovely woman here is talking now, but I have my speaker turned off, so she's going to introduce you to the scientific method. You're going to start, and here's some nice tutorials here and some frequently asked questions about the simulators, the learning sessions. You're always going to start here at the top on this yellow part, and this is your core concept. It's going to introduce you to the lab, some important things to know. So the continue button down here, and you'll continue on here, and eventually you're going to get to another LearnSmart. Okay. Once you finish these core concepts, then you are going to do these two different labs. One is Science in Theory, and the other one is Science in Action. You'll be filling out some information here. You'll be performing activities. These really are a lot of fun. So you'll look at the pill bug's external anatomy. Let me see if I can turn this on.
We will start by using the scientific method in practice. Go directly to the experiment or look more about the pill bugs first. Scientific experiments are based on previous observations. Before we take the pill bugs into the lab, we will take a closer look at their anatomy and motion.
Okay, so when this is all said and done and you've completed the LearnSmart labs, you'll have a report at the end. I also get the report, and the report is going to tell me the level of completion here, and you can go back and do anything that you missed until you get 100%. So it's a perfect opportunity to get 100%, and each one of these is worth 25 points. So it's a nice way to bring up your lab grade or your grade overall. So as soon as you view this video, the first thing you want to do is go to that first LearnSmart lab. We're going back to Blackboard now. Your second lab is the metric measurements. It's due September the 4th. Your third one is chemical composition of cells. It's due September 11th. So you have 3 labs to complete and 3 quizzes to complete before 2 quizzes to complete before we meet each other the first time. We will meet each other on September the 12th, so you'll have completed 2 quizzes and 2 LearnSmart labs. Then on September the 12th, we'll be having a lab in the Cranberry campus, and there are 2 folders that you want to look at for this. Okay, some information on that. And the microscopic tour of the kingdom is a PDF file that you want to print before you come to lab. I'll be sending you more information about that as we get a little closer to September the 12th. Let me make sure there's nothing else in lab I want to tell you about. Okay. So you see that everything is going on a week-by-week basis. There's a midterm and a final, which I've already mentioned to you here. The midterm and the final will show up in these purple buttons when they are available. The last thing I'd like to show you is the Course Tools area. In the Course Tools area, you can find a tab for Help for Blackboard. You can find contact information for me. That's my email, my office phone number, but email's the best way to get in touch with me. I'll be putting you in groups later this semester, so this is where you'll go to access your group discussion boards. This is a direct link to McGraw-Hill, so if you don't want to go through any of these links in your tabs, you can go straight into McGraw-Hill from here. It doesn't matter how you get in there, but please always go through Blackboard and always use your BC3 address. Using your BC3 address allows me to broadcast an email to you, and also going through Blackboard ensures that your grades always get put into the Blackboard website. Finally, the last thing I'd like to show you here is the My Grades tab. All of the grades, and there are a lot of grades in this class, are going to be put into your Blackboard gradebook. I've set it up so that it is always going to calculate your grade, so at any given time you will know what your grade is in this course. It's also posted as an external grade. As you complete assignments, it's going to change because it is dynamic. It's calculated as a running total. If a unit completes and you haven't finished any of the assignments, I have to manually put a 0 in. Once those zeros get put in, then it's going to be reflected in your grade. Your lab is put in there. Lab is 25% of your overall grade. The midterm and the final are each 10%. And you can find the complete breakdown of everything on the syllabus. Good luck with everything you're doing in here. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you in September.